Seeing the giant trees in Sequoia National Park has been on our bucket list for a very long time. And in late May of 2026, we finally got the chance to visit this iconic park. We only planned for one day in Sequoia, so we wanted to experience as much as we could and take in the places that we dreamed about seeing. This was also the very first day of a 7-day road trip through Sequoia, Kings Canyon, and Yosemite, and we couldn't have been more excited to finally get started. Our trip began with a long travel day from Orlando to Fresno. After landing, we picked up our rental car, made a quick Walmart stop for snacks and road trip essentials, and headed to our hotel in Fresno for the night. Good morning. It is 5:30 in the morning. The sun is just coming up over the mountains right now, and it is absolutely stunning. We are heading over to Sequoia National Park this morning to go and start our day, and wow, look at this view. I don't even know if it's coming across on camera right, but those are mountains in the distance over there, and we are heading in that direction. You excited?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
See some big trees.
Can't wait to see some big trees. Look at those foothills that we're driving into right now. So we are starting our day with the big one, General Sherman. General Sherman, of course, is going to be the most popular trail and a tree to go and see, so we really want to be able to get that one out of the way before the crowds get into the park. So we do have a full agenda of things to do. All of it is not necessary. We're going to try to do as much of this as possible to see how much you can do in one day in Sequoia National Park. The great thing is that we are going to be staying at Wuksachi Lodge that is in the park this evening. So that means that we can utilize this entire day to try to do as much as possible. And I mean, according to this list, we got a lot of things to do today. Look at these beautiful foothills.
So cool. That is one thing that I do not like about Florida, is that it's so flat.
Yeah, that's one thing that we just don't have in Florida. Look at how beautiful this is. Wow. Just stunning. One of the highlights of the drive was passing Lake Kauai, which was absolutely stunning in the early morning light. It's really difficult to not want to record this entire drive in because it is just beautiful everywhere you turn. Wow. Look at that river down there. The drive up here is just beautiful. It is so hard to not want to take pictures everywhere.
Nobody here?
Entrance station closed.
Okay.
All right, well.
We have our pass, so we're not cheating the system.
I know. Wow.
Fixed gas is 35 miles.
Look, it's this.
Oh, I think this is the sign. Everyone's pulling over. Yep.
Oh, yep, there it is. There's the sign. We're at Sequoia National Park.
We're here. The vacation has begun.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. We're here. Our first stop, of course, had to be the Sequoia National Park entrance sign. This sign is located just after the Foothills Entrance station and has welcomed visitors into the park since 1935. The carving is based on the Native American profile from the old buffalo nickel.
That is definitely a unique entrance sign.
That is so cool.
Ready?
Oh my god, I'm so ready. Let's go. This is like a bucket list and I'm so excited.
I think she's excited. Oh, you want to look at the view over here?
I hear a river or waterfall or something. That's just beautiful. Look at that beautiful sight.
Sun peeking over the mountains back there. Just beautiful. buddy.
Or is
Let me
it?
go by you, okay?
Oh my gosh, it's a turkey. What?
This is a windy, curvy road
It sure is.
going through these mountains. But it is beautiful.
It is so stunning. I don't even know if the video is doing it any justice.
It never does.
It never does.
Do the best you can to capture all the pretty, but just know that it's 10 times better in person.
Oh my gosh, look at that. It's like a painting.
Look at this.
Oh, look.
Tunnel Rock.
Tunnel Rock. You want to stop? Just past the entrance sign is Tunnel Rock. This massive granite boulder once formed a tunnel over the General's Highway, and cars actually used to drive underneath it before the road was eventually rerouted. Today, you can still walk underneath the rock and stand where the old road used to pass through. So, of course, we had to stop and check it out before continuing our trip. That might be why they had to reroute the road, because that would have sucked. After leaving Tunnel Rock, we continued deeper into Sequoia National Park and started making our way up General's Highway toward the giant forest. We still had another 18 miles to go before our next stop at the General Sherman Tree Trail. But this part of the drive ended up being one of the most underrated parts of the whole experience. The road winds higher and higher up the mountain through a series of switchbacks while hugging the steep cliffside the entire time. So words cannot express just how absolutely beautiful this drive has been to the General Sherman Trail. It is stunning. I am trying to hold myself back from wanting to videotape the entire drive as we're like driving through this mountain. It's just absolutely stunning. This is the windy road that we're driving on right now.
Windy.
It is.
You can't go fast.
Yeah, hairpin turns that you really just have to pay attention to, or you'll just drive like straight off the cliff.
4,000 feet.
Ooh, yeah, and we're just climbing higher and higher and higher. So we just hit the 4,000 foot elevation marker, and we're still driving up this mountain. There are elevation markers every 1,000 feet up the mountain, and around the 5,000 foot mark is where the giant forest begins, and we spotted our very first sequoia tree. We just saw our first sequoia. Look. Oh my goodness.
Huge.
Look at it.
Oh my god.
Look at that. Look at these trees.
We're entering the giant forest.
Entering the giant forest right now. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna cry. I have wanted to come here my entire life, and I can't believe I'm here. As you enter the giant forest, you'll start to see these massive trees appearing along the road. And one of the major landmarks that you'll pass is the Four Guardsmen, also called the Guardians. These 4 giant sequoias mark the entrance of the giant forest, and it's such a surreal moment when you drive between them. We arrived at the General Sherman Tree parking area at around 7 a.m. and there were less than 10 cars in the parking lot. There are a few different trails that you can explore in this area. The most popular is the General Sherman Tree Trail, which is about a mile-long out and back trail down to the famous General Sherman Tree.
So the General Sherman Tree is at an elevation 212 feet below this area where we are right now. The walk back is steep. There are benches along the way where you can catch your breath.
During the hike down, you'll come across educational signs about the sequoia trees, as well as signs that show you where you are in relation to the height of the General Sherman as you descend the 212 feet down the mountain.
From this point, we're about 3/4 of the way up the General Sherman Tree, and then we're gonna work our way down.
Oh, cool. Well, it's nice that they have these benches so you can like take a break and catch your breath, especially at this elevation.
So we're now halfway, and there's where we're heading to.
There is accessible parking closer to the tree, as well as free shuttles that you can ride during the summer back up to the main parking area if you want to avoid the steep hike back up the hill. Near the bottom, you'll come across an overlook where you'll get your first look at the spectacular General Sherman Tree.
There it is, the largest tree on Earth. Wow.
This tree is the biggest tree in the world by volume. A few other trees are taller and a few are bigger around, but no other tree has more wood in its trunk than the General Sherman Tree, with 52,500 cubic feet of wood in its main trunk alone. The Sherman Tree stands at an astounding 275 feet tall and is estimated to be about 2,200 years old. Its largest branch is over 7 feet in diameter, which is larger than most normal trees east of the Mississippi River. The top of the tree is dead, so it's no longer getting taller. However, it is getting wider every year, adding more wood to its volume. At the overlook is a life-size footprint of the General Sherman trunk, giving you an idea of just how big it is. Its irregular shape is caused by natural growth patterns as well as fire scars. So I'm standing in front of the General Sherman Tree right now, and this is the largest tree in the world by volume. So it's not the tallest, but it has like one of the biggest girths of a tree on Earth, which is just incredible. Words cannot express how incredible it is.
Videos and pictures just don't do it justice. I mean, we've seen pictures and videos, online of the tree before we came, and it just doesn't look nearly as big in the pictures and videos as it does in person.
That is amazing. Look at this. Like, it doesn't look real, to be honest. It doesn't look real, but wow. Amazing. Ooh. Wow. These trees are incredible.
These are the tough twins.
Near the General Sherman Tree is a pair of trees with fire scars called the Tough Twins.
With these, you actually get right up next to it, and jeez, it's massive.
And as you walk between and right next to these trees, you can really appreciate just how massive they are.
This is cool.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
All right, we're starting on the Congress Trail.
The Congress Trail begins just past the General Sherman Tree. This trail branches off to the south and is a 2.7 miles round trip, lollipop-shaped paved loop that takes you deeper into the giant forest.
Just stunning. Such a magical place. It feels like a little fairy tale land.
Right?
Yeah, it's like straight out of like a Disney storybook.
Yeah, it looks like it's straight out of some kind of fairy tale. There's still snow on the ground. Most people will be there just to see the General Sherman Tree, so the crowds will start to thin as you venture further down the Congress Trail. This trail is truly magical. From the start, it winds through massive sequoia trees, across wooden footbridges, and cascading streams. So cool.
Gosh, look at that opening. It's got to be like 50 feet high. Yeah, that's a big tree, huh?
Going clockwise around the loop, one of the first notable trees that you'll come across is the President Tree. This tree unfortunately was missing its sign when we were there, so we didn't know it was at this tree until we got back home and looked up photos online. The President Tree is 240 feet tall and is the third largest tree in the world by trunk volume and is estimated to be roughly 3,200 years old. Right next to the President Tree is a 0.1 mile side trail leading up to Chief Sequoia. This tree is named after the Cherokee scholar who created the Cherokee syllabary, which made it possible to write the Cherokee language. This is another massive tree standing 228 feet tall with fire scars on its trunk. If you're up for a longer hike, right next to Chief Sequoia is where you'll branch off and continue deeper into the giant forest on a 6-mile trail of sequoias. However, we decided to stick to the shorter Congress Trail on this trip. So, we are pretty far in on the Congress Trail right now, and words cannot express how absolutely incredible this entire trail has been. Like, these trees are so magical, so magical. I can't even put words together right now as to like how incredibly cool they are. They're just so amazing. And it is a lot of up and down. And because you're just so high up in the mountains, you do like lose your breath pretty easily, but it is worth it. Just past Chief Sequoia is the highlight of the trail, in my opinion. 2 spectacular clusters of trees. The first group that you'll come across is the Senate group. This group is a truly awe-inspiring sight of giant sequoias. They are arranged in a semicircle around a clearing as if they were huddled together in a private meeting, from where the name comes from. You see these trees in photos and videos, and you think that you're just prepared to be able to understand how massive they are, but there's nothing to being here in person and actually experiencing these yourself. Words just don't express it. Look at this tree. You just feel so tiny in comparison. It just makes you feel tiny, like an ant. A short walk from the Senate group is the House group. This is an even tighter and denser group of trees that are packed so tightly that their trunks form a literal wall of wood that blocks out the light, creating a shady canopy beneath them. The Congress Trail got its name from the 2 major tree clusters that together represent the 2 houses of Congress. These group of sequoias are truly an amazing sight to see. Photos and videos just don't do them justice. You have to see them in person to really appreciate just how massive they are. Walking through these sequoias is just amazing. They are so incredible. I can't believe where I am right now. Look at that. Further down the trail is a McKinley tree, which is named in 1901 to honor the 25th President of the United States. Near the McKinley tree, we decided to take a short detour off the paved trail towards Cattle Cabin. Along the way, we came across the Room Tree. This tree is so fun because you actually can go inside the 40-foot tall, 15-foot wide room that is hollowed out by fire within the tree's trunk. Wow. Oh my gosh, we're inside a sequoia tree right now.
That is so cool.
What? Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
That's cool.
That is so cool.
Wow.
Yeah, we just stepped out of this tree right here. Wow. It makes you just feel like you just landed in the world of giants, you know? Like it's just crazy. So what did we just come across? The Founders Group, dedicated to the memory of the citizens who worked to create Sequoia National Park. Wow. What an incredible place. Just past the Founders Group, we made it to Cattle Cabin. This tiny historic cabin was built in 1890 by cattlemen before this land became a national park. Could you imagine living here? The cabin and surrounding lands were purchased by the National Park Service in 1916. The Cattle Cabin.
Being held together with some straps.
Being held together with some straps. Oh wow, it really is being held together with some straps. This is cool though. Yep. Straps. That is how this cabin is being held. It's so cool. On the way back, we saw another pair of twinned trees growing side by side with a small tunnel between them. It's so fun to get to walk right beneath and between these incredible giants. After that, we got to walk through a tunnel tree. A giant tree had fallen across the path and had been hollowed out so that you could walk right through. Oh yeah, that was really cool. We have our reward on our lap here is some cinnamon rolls.
Yes.
So this was breakfast.
Meant to be breakfast that we didn't have time to eat this morning.
Yeah, we did not have time to eat it, but we just finished the Congress Trail.
Yeah, so we went just under 5 miles and it took us about 2.5 hours. So we really took our time and enjoyed where we were.
Yeah, it is just so incredible. And it's a great excuse to be able to just slow down and just admire these incredible trees. I really didn't feel the thinness of the air as much here because we were stopping so much and taking pictures.
Yeah,
and
I felt it on the way up
it.
that last hill.
Yeah, coming back up the Congress Trail or coming back up from the General Sherman Tree, taking the trail back up to the parking lot is pretty brutal, but there's plenty of benches along the way that you can stop and just catch your breath for a second and just take in where you are because it is just so amazing. But the cool thing is that all of these trails in this park look like they're all connected. So you really could just get lost taking the trail. So if you are coming here, highly recommend grabbing one of the maps from the visitor center or All Trails. We were making sure that we were staying on a trail by using All Trails. The signal up here is a little sketch. Like there was plenty of times where we just didn't have signal at all. So you want to make sure that whatever you're taking, you are able to download those maps and be able to look at them without having any cellular signal because it definitely does go in and out while you're walking through the mountains up here.
It is starting to get a lot more crowded here.
Yeah.
We're here on a Saturday.
So yeah, we are here on a Saturday, and as you can see, there are cars just circling behind us like vultures trying to get our spot. People really are just trying to find a spot here. So you want to make sure that you get here very early. I think we arrived around 7 a.m. and there was, parking spots galore. So by this time, what time is it now? 10:33. All the parking spots are taken. So we're gonna have a little bit of breakfast. We're going to relax and take a load off of our legs for a minute, and then we're gonna head over to our next spot. Since it was becoming really crowded, we decided to leave our car parked here and take the shuttle over to our next stop on our itinerary at the Giant Forest Museum. Look what I found. Oh, it's our first stamp in the green section. And the first thing that we had to do at the Giant Forest Museum is get our first stamp for the National Parks Passport book and pick up our park map, which we also collect for each and every park that we visit. Yeah. The Giant Forest Museum is absolutely fascinating. There's a lot of interesting exhibits here where you can learn all about the sequoias. It's also so mind-blowing to me that this is the only place in the world where these giant trees grow. They need a perfect Goldilocks zone, which only exists in the Sierra Nevada mountain range and only between 5,000 and 8,000 feet in elevation.
So they grow between, looks like 6,000 and 8,000 feet in elevation. Too cold any higher, too hot, or too dry any lower than that.
Wow.
So they're all right in this little Goldilocks zone here. So interesting. So this is the cross section. So this bark section's up to 2 feet thick.
Wow.
So despite its fire scars, some sequoias may be burned hollow like this model tree, yet survived for centuries. They're so fascinating.
They are so fascinating.
Such interesting trees.
After exploring the museum, we went back outside towards the trails. The popular trail to do here is the Big Trees Trail.
You can do the Big Trees Trail, the Alta Trail, or Bear Hill, or go do Moro Rock Trail.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go do the big trees first.
Because we haven't gotten enough of big trees.
No, we're here for all the big trees. So the Big Trees Trail's 1.2 miles. And then Beetle Rock's only a half mile. We are here. We're gonna go all the way up and around this meadow.
Yeah.
And then Beetle Rock is over here. We'll do that afterwards. So
Sounds good. Yeah, let's go see some more trees. Big old trees like that one.
Do love me a big tree.
It just doesn't get old, right?
Big tree trail.
I want to go take a picture in front of every single big tree I see.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, here's a big tree, here's another big tree. Yeah, once you get out into the trails, there's not really that many people.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of nice. There's some big old trees.
Yeah, so far not as many people over here on these trails.
No?
General Sherman though, man,
Oh.
does that get busy after about, let's say 8, 9,
Yeah.
when the shuttles start running. Oh my gosh.
We gonna see a bear on Bear Hill?
Maybe if they existed. If you've been a channel watcher for a while, you know we have this little running thing where I say bears don't exist. And that's because we've been to Canada, to their national parks. I was so excited to see a grizzly once we were up there. We were up there for a whole week. Jasper National Park, Banff National Park, not a single bear, no bears.
Not one bear.
I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
And then we went to Yellowstone 2 years ago. I was like, all right, we're gonna go Lamar Valley and
Yeah.
see some bears.
Yeah, we're gonna go to...
They got grizzly bears all over the place, and Grand Teton after that.
Mm-hmm.
Whole week there,
Yeah.
not a single bear.
We
So-
did see one bear. One bear.
We saw a speck in the distance that people said was a bear. But even with the telephoto lens, it was just a speck. You couldn't see it with the naked eye. So
Yeah.
I don't believe them. I think it was a rock or something. So until I see a bear in the wild with my own bare eyes, it's just like Bigfoot. Just never gets old.
I know. It sure doesn't.
That one is massive.
I know. And this one doesn't even have a name.
Nope. His name is Big Ass Tree. Look at that double sequoia.
There's a bunch of those. The Big Trees Trail is a mile-long loop around a lush meadow. And what's fascinating here is seeing how the giant sequoias grow tightly around the edges of the meadow, but not in the meadow. This is because the soil in the meadow stays too wet for the sequoia roots to survive, which just further goes to show that these trees really need absolutely perfect conditions to survive.
Fallen giant right there. It's massive. There are people climbing up on it.
I love all the moss that is like growing on the trees. It's so pretty. You have to just stop and take pictures of everything.
So this tree is 23 foot wide. This tree has a 23-foot diameter.
Whoa. And it comes from this
Nugget.
little nugget of a pine cone right here. Isn't that just so crazy? How funny the world is. These trees are very picky. It's too wet in the middle of this meadow for the trees to grow.
Yep, so that's why this meadow doesn't have any sequoia trees, because it's too
Yeah.
wet in the middle. There's sequoias all around it. It's massive sequoias.
They're so cool. It just never gets old. Yet they need enormous amounts of water. By growing near the meadow but not in it, they can benefit. The roots capture moisture as it drains towards the meadow. So apparently the sequoia cones open when the fire's heat rises.
So the fires actually spark the cones to
Open up.
open up.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Look at all these cones.
I know, there's so many of them. It's like you just fell into the world of giants.
Yeah, I got
And
boulders over here.
look at those giant boulders.
Trees all around.
Look at this. This is just beautiful. Wow, look at all these like sequoia trees that are lining the meadow.
Seeing all the people walk beneath
Yeah,
them.
look at how tiny they look against the trees.
So cool.
That is amazing. That's crazy. Look at this. You can like
See all the way in
practically
there?
walk all the way through.
Yeah, I see some daylight at the end.
Yeah.
I'm sure people do that.
I'm sure they do, but you know, I'm not. Wow.
Yeah, you can see where people have like crawled under and then walked through.
Yep. Look at those boulders.
He's wearing a boulder hat.
He sure is. He sure is wearing a boulder hat.
Oh,
Whoa.
he's giving birth to a boulder.
What the heck?
That's pretty cool.
What the heck?
Look at that. That is so cool.
That's crazy.
Just enough soil.
Look at how shallow. Is that just like how shallow their roots are?
Yep, it needs to be just deep enough to hold plenty of moisture for these thirsty roots. It says their shallow roots can support a giant tree in less than 3 feet of earth.
What?
They only need 3 feet of soil. That's crazy.
That is insane.
Seems like they could just tip over so easily.
I know.
But they interlock throughout the forests and help support the sequoias.
Oh, so they interlock with each other?
I guess so.
Oh, that is so cool. I am loving these trees. The more and more I learn about them, the more and more I'm fascinated by them.
Already thought they were cool, but the more we learn, the cooler they become.
Yeah.
Little cave.
Whoa. Wow. Whoa, there's another one that fell.
Yeah, another fallen giant.
Wow.
Right on top of Little Creek.
Mm-hmm. It's just so incredible. Look at that one back there. That one's massive.
Yeah. Absolutely massive.
I know. Wow. Could you imagine if, like, watching one of these things fall? It's just,
That'd be frightening if you were nearby.
oh my gosh.
I just love all the moss all over the trees.
Yeah. The moss is so pretty.
So the young sequoias have the spire tops.
The spire tops.
The mature ones, the big ones, have the rounded tops.
Oh. Oh, I see the spire tops over there.
Yeah, you can see them in the distance across the meadow.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, so the new growth just grows around it.
Yep, just grows around the fire scar. Looks like it's hollowed out right there. You can crawl inside.
Yeah. It was a calm, sunny day in the giant forest. Out of the clear blue came loud cracks as the roots snapped and then a crash like thunder. We found the tree shattered with an amazing amount of water flowing from the broken wood. Touching the inside of the sequoia was startling. It was ice cold.
So this poor house got crushed by a sequoia in 1941.
Jeez.
So yeah, I wouldn't build your house underneath a sequoia. Because if it falls,
Yeah, there's no surviving that.
yeah, you're squished.
It crushed the park superintendent's house. It
Oh,
wasn't
man.
far from here.
Wow.
There are these twin sequoia trees that you can see just through these bushes here. And if you look behind you, there's another footprint. So this giant brick is the footprint of the twin trees behind us, which is, I mean, say the least, it's gigantic.
So their bases joined together.
Yeah, so their base is joined together and this is the footprint of them. Wow.
So cool.
Next, we made our way over to Beetle Rock, which is about a 5-minute walk from the Giant Forest Museum. Beetle Rock is a gently sloping granite dome with some spectacular panoramic views of the Sierra Nevada foothills and the San Joaquin Valley. And since Beetle Rock faces to the west, this is considered the best spot in the park to watch the sunset. Wow.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that view. It's amazing. After admiring the views at Beetle Rock, we made our way back to the shuttle stop at the Giant Forest Museum to head to our next stop, Moro Rock. Moro Rock is a giant granite dome that looms thousands of feet above the highway as you enter Sequoia National Park. This is a very short trail at only a half-mile round trip, but don't let that fool you into thinking that this is an easy hike. To reach the top, you'll need to climb more than 350 historic stone and concrete steps, gaining roughly 300 feet along the way. And since you're already at an elevation of over 6,000 feet, this short climb can definitely feel challenging.
So that's what it looks like from above. It's a little jet.
Wow, so you were here.
Wow.
Wow.
So this was once like a pool of molten rock magma, cooled, and then the earth around it withered away,
Wow.
leaving just an exposed rock. Let's go to the top.
All right, let's head up there. And from the very beginning, you'll start to get some incredible views. Whoa, look at that view. Whoa. Wow, look, that is the road we drove on. Whoa.
Crazy.
Thankfully, there are plenty of educational signs along the way, which also gives you the perfect excuse to stop, read, and catch your breath. Wow. So before you stands the Great Western Divide. Wow, that is just so beautiful. And after a quick break, we continued to the next overlook. Up and up we go.
Look at that. Could you imagine if this railing wasn't here?
Oh my gosh. No, I don't really want to. Wow. That's amazing.
It's cool, huh? I'm glad we did it.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad we did it. Look, standing above the birds.
Ooh, it's like a traffic jam up there.
The steps can get pretty crowded, so when it's busy, you may run into a few traffic jams along the way. Some sections are also very narrow, with not a lot of room to move over for people coming down. Thankfully, there are railings and stone walls along the route, so it never gets too scary even though you are walking right next to a sheer exposed drop-off. Whew, that's a long way down. How are you doing?
It's not as scary as I thought it was going to be.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
I'm just not looking forward to like the way down and trying to get around people because I had to like squeeze over by the edge of the rock to let people by.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do that on the exposed edge going down.
We're almost there, guys.
And we made it to the top.
At the summit, you'll get some breathtaking 365-degree panoramic views. From the top of Moro Rock, you can see across the giant Western Divide, the San Joaquin Valley, and deep into Sequoia's vast wilderness.
You can go look over here. Stay inside railing. You don't have to tell me twice.
There's no issue with that. Well, that's steep.
Yeah, it's steep. Wow, you can like see straight down.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, this might be a little too much for me.
Okay.
This might be a little too much for me. Oh my gosh. Okay.
The railing is steady. We've been testing it.
Okay. This is really high. Oh.
Down.
There's not a ton of room at the top, so it can get crowded, and if it's busy, you may need to wait in line to get a photo at the very edge of the peak. Oh yeah.
Wow, what a view.
Yeah.
That's amazing. All right, we made it to the top of
We made
Moro.
it! Oh, yeah.
Look at that view.
Next, we rode the shuttle over to Tunnel Log. This is a 275-foot tree that fell across the road in 1937, and an 8-foot tall, 17-foot wide tunnel was cut out from the base by the CCC.
Yeah, the only problem getting off here is that hopefully there's room to get on the next one.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be
for
jam-packed.
It's going to be packed. It's about 2:41 now, so we only have 3 more hours of the shuttle left.
Yeah, so we should probably finish up and start heading back to our car.
After Tunnel Log, we rode the shuttle back to the General Sherman Tree accessible parking lot. It was also very crowded, and the lines for the shuttle were so long that we just decided that it would be quicker to walk up the hill back to the main parking lot.
We had so much fun going up this hill, we're doing it again.
Oh my goodness.
We didn't want to wait for another shuttle because the line was forever long, and the last one took over 30 minutes. So it was just quicker to walk up the hill again.
We're walking up the hill again. At this point, we were starting to get pretty hungry and we really wanted a hot meal. So we made our way to the Lodgepole Visitor Center and Market. We got our passports stamped, picked up our usual souvenirs, and walked through the exhibits. The exhibits here include learning about the 4 diverse ecosystems from the foothills up to the alpine zones, and learned all about the plant life and wildlife. Then we made our way over to the Lodgepole Grill to get some burgers. At this point, we were pretty tired and we wanted to rest up because we had another long day of hikes on the agenda for the next day. So we checked in at the Wuksachi Lodge, which is the main lodge here in Sequoia National Park. We just checked into our hotel at Wuksachi Lodge here in Sequoia National Park, and we wanted to give you a quick room tour before we completely crashed. Excuse our mess already. We came in and we just dropped everything. We have the king bed room, and then we do have the shower or the bathroom. Standard bathroom. Nothing too crazy. But it is a good size though. Look, so we have a couch over here, and we also have where Noah is sitting. Yeah, say hi.
Testing out the couch.
How's the couch?
Tester. Not too bad.
Yeah, pretty comfy. Yeah. We also have an armchair over here on the other side.
You want to test that one too?
Yeah, you want to go test? Come on. Our legs. That's about how we feel right now.
Day one.
Day one.
legs.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's pretty good too.
Yeah, not bad.
Mm-hmm. One thing to note, like if you are staying in this lodge, there's no elevators.
Yeah.
You have to lug your luggage upstairs.
I know. Thank goodness we didn't take all of our stuff. And then on top of that, we had to lug all of our luggage all the way from the parking lot, which after all of the walking that we've done today was such a long walk. That was the hardest workout of the day. Yeah, because it was a long walk with our luggage, dragging all of our stuff. Thankfully, like we left a lot of our non-essentials in the car because we're only staying here for one night. But it is a beautiful lodge. One thing also to note is like the main lodge area, the reception area is around the corner. So you do have to like drive around the corner to where the rooms are located. And the main lodge is where the restaurant is and where reception is and all of that. So it's probably even walkable, but we're not walking there today. I'm telling you that. But it is a pretty nice lodge, except for the fact that it doesn't have elevators to the room, which we definitely did not see on the listing. other than that, I mean, it's pretty nice. It's located right here in the park, so we didn't have to go very far. And everything so far, I've already, obviously from the state of the pillows over here, I've already tested the pillows out, and oh, yeah, the bed's pretty comfortable. So I am definitely gonna be sleeping well in this bed tonight. Probably gonna pass out right after I finish filming this. But yeah, I mean, that is basically it for today. We did not get through even half of our itinerary, but that's okay. I mean, we enjoyed the places that we did go. But I am so glad that this lodge is just a short drive away from where we were, because by the end of the day, I was just ready to crash. But this is a really great place to stay. It was very highly rated. A lot of people said that this was probably their favorite place to stay in Sequoia National Park. So if you are planning on staying here, it's a good choice, except for just FYI, they do not have elevators here. But if you're okay with that and you're okay with lugging your suitcases up the stairs, hopefully they give you a ground floor room. But if you're okay with lugging your suitcases up the stairs, then this is a great place to stay. Well, I am exhausted. I don't even know if I'm making sense right now. And if I'm not, I apologize. But we'll show you the rest of the lodge tomorrow if we have time. All right, bye.